Hi there, welcome to this devotion. Well, it's the season that we do our tax return again. And it's never fun when your tax return shows that you owe the taxman money. And if you're like me, you go and get a second opinion, and only then do you get the money paid to the taxman. Have you ever noticed that blessings seem to come with burdens? My investments do well, that's the blessing, and then I have to pay the taxman the burden. Uh, We get all this beautiful rain in KZN, and that's the blessing. But then we get traffic, and our gardens are a mess, and the farms is absolute chaos. And they've got to sort all this out, and that's the burden. We have some of the most amazing foods available to us. Never in history has this been seen, and it's an absolute blessing. But then too much of it, and we pick up weight, and that's the burden. Some of the blessings that we get are so hard to distinguish from the burdens that there are, that they're hard to tell apart. Our word bless has two words in ancient Hebrew for this word bless. The one is ashrei, ashrei, and this word is where we point out blessings. When we say KZN was blessed to have all this rain, you are saying it, you're not part of the blessing. This Hebrew word is ashrei, where like the bystander stands and points out the blessing. It is observed by a bystander. The other word for blessing is what God gives us. That's Baruch. God Baruched KZN with rain. So these two words are ashrei, the observer or the observation of a blessing, and Baruch, the God actually blessing. Now just keep that in mind, because this last week I've been spending time in the Sermon of the Mount, and this is an amazing sermon that Jesus delivered in Matthew's Gospel, and it starts in chapter 5. Um, Jesus starts the sermon with, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." The blessed here is ashrei, the observation of the blessing, not the blessing itself. The blessing, the baruch, is being part of the kingdom of heaven. Jesus goes on to say, "Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted." The blessing isn't in the morning. That is ashrei, the observation of the blessing. The blessing, the baruch, is in being comforted by God. Blessed are the meek, Jesus says, for they will inherit the earth. The blessing, the baruch, is in inheriting the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, Jesus says, for they will be filled. The blessing, the baruch, is being filled by God. Blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. There is no blessing in being merciful. The blessing comes from being shown mercy by God. The baruch is being given mercy because you were merciful. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God, says Jesus. Blessed are the peacemakers, Jesus says, for they will be called children of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And the last one of these 9 blessings that Jesus says is in this saying is, blessed are you when people insult you, persecute you, and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. In the Sermon on the Mount, like I said, there are these 9 blessings, and they are blessings in the second half of each saying. The Baruch lie in the second half of each saying. The Baruch does not lie in us suffering. The Baruch does not lie in us loving people around us. Our Baruch, our blessing, comes from God in our relationship with God. Our Baruch, our blessing, comes when God reacts to our suffering, when God reacts to us loving people and creation around us. May the Spirit of God give you the ability to see the blessing in your hardship. May the Spirit of God give you the ability to see the blessing in loving people, in loving creation around you. And until we meet again, God bless.